What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Whiteboard Wednesday, and it seems as if we need to remind some people what this series is about. Last week I said some stuff about some stadiums I don't like, and people got quite upset. Boys and girls, this series is playful, it's fun, it's joking most of the time. Nothing we say here is real. I have unlimited crazy currency, to quote the great John Mulaney. It is all a joke. Smile. None of it's real. Please don't get offended by what I say. Sometimes I might slip up and say something I didn't necessarily mean to, but we're all having fun here. It's really not a big deal. Controversy aside, welcome back to Whiteboard Wednesday. To reiterate, the MLB The Show series where we have fun. We say some things, we laugh a little bit. It's a little bit of comedy here. There is no gameplay, but we are talking about the game. And today's episode I actually think is going to spark some good debate, so please make sure you're commenting down below your thoughts on this. Today we're going to be talking about which set 1 card you should keep for your wild card. Now, we still have plenty of time left before set 3 drops. It's not as if this decision needs to be made imminently, but it's always good to be thinking, right? Get the wheels turning. So today I've got a bunch of options for you as to who I think would be the top candidates for your wild card. Of course, it's all personal preference. No one can tell you what cards to use and what cards not to use. If your favorite card is a 92 overall that you simply can't get rid of, put them as your wild card. No one's going to stop you. No one's going to make any sort of judgment against you. Just do you and let the rest fall into place. Put that on a t-shirt, by the way. That's a pretty good quote. We're going to start with the most obvious one first, and I think this is going to be the most popular pick amongst players who at least are semi-competitive. It's Chipper Jones. He's a switch-hitting third baseman. It's probably the best Chipper Jones we've ever gotten, ever. I mean, I destroy the ball with him, and if I hit well with him, that means others probably do too. I'm not that good at the plate. Chipper Jones is equal parts incredible and kind of a cheat code. You kind of get bailed when you use Chipper Jones. It's not as obvious as some other cards, ones that we'll get to in a few minutes, but Chipper Jones is just an elite card. He's a very good defender. He does have a little bit of positional flexibility. He runs well. He's the full, total, complete, ultimate package. Now, if I can play devil's advocate, I'm going to try to do that for all of these choices that I'm about to give you. Josh Donaldson, who just dropped in the new XP Reward Path, is incredible. You can get funky. Right now, as set 2 is currently going on, I have Chipper Jones at third and Josh Donaldson playing first base. But I'm so good with Josh Donaldson, maybe I won't be as compelled to take Chipper Jones and put him as my wild card as I thought. There are options aplenty. A cornucopia. A bevy. Myriad options. Pick a word. There are plenty of them. That's right, you're reading the board correctly. Trevor Hoffman, boys and girls, the captain card, is a viable set 1 wild card. I know that's a stunning sentence to both say and hear, but let me explain why. Of all the captain's cards in the game, there are many. Most of them are pretty useless. Trevor Hoffman might be one of like 3 captains that are legitimately viable in online competitive ranked play. Again, you can use any captain you want. You can use your Cardinals theme team captain Mark McGwire and go into ranked and have a ball. But if you're talking about high-level, competitive, every inning is a high-leverage inning type of situation, the Trevor Hoffman card is actually a really good option as the wild card because he boosts all non-closing pitcher bullpen options. That gives you so many more pitchers to choose from when constructing a team. It also lets you boost inside edge on top of the captain boost. There are plenty of things that you can make work with the Trevor Hoffman boost. He is such a unique captain, and so few other cards, I should say, are like him. I don't know. I might see some competitive folks taking him as the wild card. I would not be shocked. Now, the devil's advocate of taking Trevor Hoffman is that you're taking Trevor Hoffman. He himself is a pretty irrelevant reliever, if I do say so myself. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I suck with him. It's very likely. But I don't think Trevor Hoffman is a very good card in himself. So you're kind of sort of wasting a bullpen slot. I know very few people who actually dip through their bullpen quite a bit and have tired arms. It's such a starting pitcher heavy game and games end before 9 innings so quickly that maybe it doesn't matter if you just keep Trevor Hoffman in the bullpen and never see the light of day with him. But hey, just saying. YouTube, I'm ready to catch flack from you. I am pretty positive that I'm taking Roki Sasaki as my wild card. That sounds like a pretty idiotic statement, and things can of course change. You can of course change your wild card whenever you want, so if you lock in one, you're not tied to him for the entire season. But I think Roki Sasaki is pretty damn gross. He's actually my best pitcher, and in a game right now where starting pitching is not only pretty shallow, but also pretty impossible, I'm going to go with the guy that I like. And I also think with the way sets and seasons are going to work, yeah, people have seen a lot of Roki now, but they're not going to see a lot of him later. So maybe all those people who are finally adjusting to the way Roki pitches, they haven't seen him in a while, maybe I can catch him off guard and get some cheap outs. I also kind of just love the pace. There is like a hair floating down. Get out of here. I also just love the pace at which Roki Sasaki works. Quick, sinker cutter, he's got some outlier action, his pitches move a ton. He's just really comfortable to use. For me. Maybe not for you, and that's totally fine. That's why we have so many options here. The contrarian would say, why on earth would you wildcard a starting pitcher that you're only going to use once every 5 games? Sir or madam, you're 100% correct, and it's a totally valid criticism. The wild card should be the person you plan on absolutely never not using. The person you can't live without. The person that will impact you the most in every game. I know that's not Roki, but like I said, I'm kind of feeling it. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to be realistic here. I know the game has been out for a while, but not everybody has finished live series collections. Not everybody has Derek Jeter. That means there might be a fair amount of people looking to take a shortstop as their wild card. I think it's only fair to recognize those people who are still no money spent grinding, don't have a ton of time to play every day, and they're just content to get Jeter whenever they get him. Or maybe even they don't care and they'll never get him. That's fine too, but Derek Jeter's the best. Don't at me. So those people might be compelled to take Francisco Lindor or Trey Turner. We've grouped them together here and I've given them the nickname the Bail Bros. Because gosh, they are bailout cards. And now I'm not saying that the people using them as wild cards are looking to get bailed. I'm saying they don't have Derek Jeter. Let's make that distinction right away. But generally speaking, if we're going to categorize these two, they are bail hitters. You could be exceptionally early and still hit a ball harder than anybody else in this game. Why? Because their swings are stupid. And it's as simple as that. Now, my argument here would be the better option is to wildcard Chipper Jones, take David Wright as one of your set 2 bosses, and put David Wright at shortstop. I think David Wright, despite my qualms with the way his swing is a better hitter, an overall card, than both Lindor and Trey. Lindor has the switch hitting aspect, I get that, so I hear you there. But I do think David Wright is a better all-around card. Also, start flipping the market. Even if you don't have a lot of time, you could flip the market and get Derek Jeter in a week. I promise. Jorge Posada being an option here is not because I'm a Yankee homer. I am, but it's not why he's on the board. I'd like you all to do me a favor, before you question this. Look through the list of available catchers currently in MLB The Show 23. I know there's still time in Set 2 to drop new ones before Set 3 comes out, but, boy, it's a bad position. Right now, you could argue that if Set 3 were to start tomorrow, and you had to pick a new catcher, you'd have to use 97 overall Carlos Santana. That's not a bad card, and I'm not here to tell you that it is. However, Jorge, in my opinion, is still the better catcher, and the fact that there aren't a lot of God Squad level 99 catchers still in the game right now, this far into its release, tells me that we're in for a long year. If you want a switch hitting catcher with plenty of pop and decent fielding, Jorge Posada is glitchy. He's got a really nice swing. I'm a huge fan. He's been my God Squad catcher since the day I got him after that BR program came out. I don't think I'm going to use him as my wild card. Like I said, I do think it's probably going to be Roki, at least for the time being, but I am significantly concerned about the catching position. Not even joking. What's the negative play here? It's that Jorge Posada does not have good clutch. Really at all. I think it's 98 at P4 or 5, whatever I have him at. If you're going to use a wild card on a hitter, you should probably take one that has high clutch. It's actually astounding how much clutch means now to the game. But if you're taking your wild card that's supposed to be your end-all be-all my favorite card, who does a lot of damage, who's worth saving from extinction, maybe it shouldn't be the one who can't hit with runners in scoring position? I don't know. That's your call, not mine. As long as there is a 99 Mike Trout in this game, and as long as another 99 Mike Trout is not dropped, people are going to wildcard 99 World Baseball Classic Mike Trout. This is a judgment-free zone. However, I am personally kind of tired of 99 Mike Trout. Not of you guys using him. You guys use whoever you want. Just myself. I really don't feel the need to use him. We've used so many 99 Mike Trouts over the years, I didn't even touch this card in Set 1 or Set 2. Not gonna lie, I've pulled it twice and immediately sold it from packs. I just don't need it. I like Mickey Mantle right now. I like Sammy Sosa. Big fan of Ken Griffey. And there's even some other guys like Fernando Tatis who I'd use over Mike Trout just to keep things fresh. But if you're an Angels fan, if you're a killer of baseballs with Mike Trout, or you're just a Mike Trout fan, go ahead and wildcard him. He's going to be a top outfield option. It's not as if the card is bad. It's actually quite good. But I would imagine that Set 3 or even set 3 actually is probably going to be all-star content. That would be my guess. And even if Mike Trout has not had the most astounding season like we're used to, let's be honest, he's going to be voted an all-star. There might be another rep to getting a 99 all-star Mike Trout. That, by the way, was my contrarian point. I didn't make that clear, but I'm hoping that we can connect A to Z and that you won't even need me to make this comment, but I'm making it anyway, just in case you didn't pick up on that. As long as there is a hitting card in this game that is 125, contact right, contact left, power right, power left, clutch, and other hitting attributes, he's a wild card option. Babe Ruth, let's be honest, is a wild card option. I do think it's kind of strange to take a wild card that's probably your DH if you're using him correctly. I wouldn't put him in right field, at least I wouldn't trust him in right field. He fits fine at first base, but there are other first basemen you can use. A DH, there's going to be plenty of other offensive cards in set 3 or even from set 2 that you could put there. I don't know if I'd waste it on Babe Ruth. But Babe Ruth historically has a very nice swing. He's a very popular card. A lot of people like him. Another 99 Babe Ruth would look exactly like this one, and because he was a set 1 collection, I have a feeling we're not going to get another 99 Babe Ruth, at least for a while. I'm thinking like set 5 or 6. So if you can't stand running a ranked lineup without Babe, I get it. Wild card him, you'll be fine, he'll be there for you. But I don't know. I feel like there are other more athletic, more versatile options that can help you across the board as opposed to just at the plate. Boys and girls, another Whiteboard Wednesday in the books. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. If you have thoughts on who your wild card might be and I didn't bring them up, make sure you put them down in the comment section below. That's what the comment section is for. Also like, also subscribe, also tell all your family members about me. I'm family friendly, didn't you know? Fuck!